work here. All right. Let me say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you, especially the wonderful listeners, followers of my channels. That is my Facebook channel as well as my own YouTube channel as well. And those of you that also do follow me on Radio LIB. Radio LIB, is our own Liberian community radio stations based in the USA, which of course run the station in the United Kingdom. I'm here in Paris currently as the President of the Republic of Liberia is here on a state visit. President Weah came 2 days ago. He started the official visit yesterday, and today the President, of course, according to the protocols, his state visit continues here until Friday or so. So today, I'm blessed to have with me some Liberian community representation, the community leaders who I just bumped into to ask and find out from them with respect to what are they looking forward to in terms of the President's visit here, and the connection between Liberia and the diaspora, especially the diaspora here in France, because we have a huge Liberian community representation, people coming from other part of Europe as well, from Holland. In fact, the community leader or leaders that I just bumped into from Holland, which of course I'm going to be talking to them for maybe just for 2-3 minutes as we get prepared to go to where the President is having his first meeting this morning, and before he will be meeting the President of France later. And then tomorrow, of course, the visits will continue. Of course, I'm going to be here till he actually conclude his visit in France here. But we're looking forward to it because right now, Liberia, where we stand, we want our leader to be connected with the Committee of Nations, to be recognized, and to also seek the help that we want from the international community, because we all need partnership. We need partners in terms of our country moving forward. We need partners even when you're running your own organization, whether it's a charitable organization. Also, you will need partners to actually plan program, execute them, together. So even as a government and president, you need partners, and your partners will be other countries as well, because you represent your own country. So let me see if if I can grab somebody who can be my cameraman to see whether we can start this thing. Let me call it brother. So just hold on 1 minute. I'm going to focus the camera now. I'm now going to focus the camera on on the guys that I'm going to talk to. So just hold on with me 1 minute. Okay. So only here, but the camera and the person. All right. So right now I am with some leaders, like I said, some leaders of the Liberian community. Come a bit closer. Let me call the cameraman to come a bit closer, so the connection between my microphone and the camera can also be okay. I'm here with 3 distinguished gentlemen. They all are Liberians. They all based here in Europe here, and I'm just going to go around to actually ask them questions as well. Maybe from there we can pick up from there. Let me start off first of all because he has been identified as the leader of the diaspora organization and leader of the Liberian community in Poland. Let me just pass the microphone over to him and say what's happening here.
Oh my man. No, not doing.
The volume was down.
Can I give you a good interview for me? Go maybe?
No, not making big. The volume down yet. Look.
No, forget it. Focus on your man. Focus. As soon as anybody knew who he will call, he
all right, we sorry for that. It has to do with the technology. Let me ask him to introduce himself. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Now, for the benefit of those watching you now live across the world, and for the benefit of those that are going to be hearing your voice for the first time, who are you?
Firstly, before I can go further, we have chain of command. We have that in military. We also have in football. We begin with my senior player. Let him speak.
All right, sir. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
So I guess you're here for for the state visit of the Liberian leader, His Excellency George Weah. But first of all, could you care to introduce yourself to us?
Thank you for inviting me to your microphone. My name is Kpakio, and I live in the UK. And I heard that President George Weah is going to be coming to France, and he's here already. So I contacted my colleague in France. I contacted my colleague in Holland in the diaspora, and I was fortunate to get in contact with Mr. Ibrahim Fofana and George Newman. They are the one in the diaspora that put things together. So they told me that, yeah, the president is already here. Let's try to mobilize and go and meet him today. So that's why we are now mobilizing to go and meet him this morning.
So obviously, you don't live in Paris. You live in another part of the in our part of Europe. You find it expedient to be part of this particular official visit of the president.
That's very true.
Now, in terms of the president visiting this part of Europe, and you come into grace the occasion as well, are you looking for anything maybe specific forward as to relate to Liberia being connected or his government being connected to the diaspora, especially in Europe?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to the president visit here because we can benefit from a lot of things. First of all, we talk about security. We have been having security over the last 12 years. And I was in Liberia for the election. I mobilized on behalf of the CDC because I'm a citizen. And the president coming here, this being a developed country, it will help us to send our security experts here to come and train to better improve the situation because the president's agenda is very big. He got a great vision for Liberia, and the president wants Liberia to be better. So before investors come into Liberia, the situation has to be stable. Liberia has to be stable, and our security has to be up to standard. Secondly, after that, the president also will open ways for sport because I've been a footballer, and over the past year, our sport, especially football, had decreased. It's almost like dead. So with that, president being here, playing for team in Europe, playing in France, he will mobilize and get most of our young players to come out on training in an academy like Kevin Sigwe, like Christopher Warrior, like they did, and it will benefit the national team in the future.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Let me come. I think I will do last. I don't know if it is okay. Let me speak to another gentleman. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Max.
Your name and for the benefit of those maybe you're going to be listening to you for the first time.
My name is George Kpakio, and co-chairman of the Concerned Patriotic Liberians in the diaspora worldwide.
So obviously, my understanding is that the president of the Republic of Liberia is here in Paris, visiting where you based as well. Is there anything specific you're looking forward to in terms of the president's visit?
Yeah, his visit here is a historic one, and we are very excited. We are, as you can see, we are mobilizing. We try to mobilize for the visit of President George Weah, and it is a occasion where Liberians we're trying to put Liberians together to be able to grace the occasion in a grandstand. Yeah, because this visit is going to make history, for which the president of France invited George Weah for a serious, important discussion. Yeah, and guess what? Liberia will be discussed in this discussion. And Liberia will be the very first African country to be Anglophone country. The French people. They
got the Francophone.
Okay, so as they refer to
refer to as
Anglophone.
Yeah.
So it'll be the very first African Anglophone country that will be inducted in the French francophone arena, you know, and that makes sense, you know, that makes sense, and it's very you know important for us to raise occasion together and to support our president, you know, because the election also brought to where he managed to do a lot of things, you know, in a short space of time, and that's why we are here today to support him. Because we want him to succeed.
You may mention about a few couple of things, but presidential visits such as days, presidents do come with a package to present to their counterparts in terms of what you want. For the Europeans, especially the Liberians, they want you to tell them what you really want. If you were to advise the president right now, President George Weah, as to what sort of package you take, what sort of country you made to the French president, what would that be the one thing?
The first thing, in their discussion with him, President Emmanuel Macron, the first thing on the list would be, let's say, economic empowerment and sports and security, and you know, so I would suggest that Mr. George Weah, our president, will go straight to the point where he'll have his priority heard, you know, put his priority into the focus where they will have to discuss, because Liberia lacking a lot. We need a lot in that country, security-wise, employment-wise, infrastructure-wise, you know, energy, agriculture. You see, so being that Liberia would be inducted in the George Weah, and make sure that he put these priorities forward to the most president.
Right. Let me hold you right there, because it's like this interview. Our viewers are actually not getting our voice and not getting your voice as well. So let me see whether I can get to Mr. Fofana himself as well. Let me see. Just bear with me, viewers. Mr. Fofana, let me get to the last person just before I leave you guys. I'm staying here in Paris. It's so good. It's okay. It's all right. So let me. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Yeah, good morning. You are most welcome.
All right. For the benefit of those watching you for the first time or about to hear your voice, you care to introduce yourself?
Yes, I wish. I'm Liberian football Fofana. I'm called Mr. Football because the newspapers in Liberia gave me this name, Mr. Football. And I have been a supporter of Mr. Joseph Numa Boakai of the Unity Party. I'm not a UPN's Unity Party partisan. George Weah being a personal friend of mine, and standing with me, there's a great defender, Babiki Jean Lack, and he played with George Weah. I also played with George Weah, but on the national team, I respect him. That's why I said flowers should be given to people while they are still alive. He's my senior player, he's my Brabi. So he's standing with me. I'm very grateful to be with me.
Now, my understanding is that you are one of the community leaders here in Europe. Which part of Europe are you based in?
I'm based in Holland, but I'm presently in Paris, France. I have been mobilizing Liberians to come in support of our country giant, George Weah. The problem being, because George Weah is our president for now, we should give him his rightful respect, and we should welcome him as a leader. We are not talking about party level now, because we are above election. Election are behind us now. So we have to receive our president as a president. So that's why I mobilize people in the diaspora to come and welcome our leader. And from now, we are present at the hotel, which just luckily met us. And we are moving from here to go to the Liberian embassy in Paris. We are not too far from the embassy. We are going to the embassy to meet Liberians, to have them mobilize for this occasion.
Now, in terms of the president visit, President George Weah, of course, is of no stranger here in Paris or in France, for that matter, or Europe in general. What are you actually looking forward to as far as the president visit in Europe is concerned here in France?
Firstly, unification. We need to unify our Liberians in Europe. So he's coming here, being a president, and coming now to meet Liberians is very, very necessary, because Liberians have been divided through the election on party levels. But I continue to say elections are now gone. I am the head of Liberians in the diaspora, and my co-chairman just talked to you. There's a co-chairman I respect, Mr. George Nima. I highly respect this guy because he's very, very energetic, he's articulative, and he has love for the community, and he has a vision. Okay, so he have already spoken to you, and I just want to add to what he just said. So we in fact produce certificate, we produce calendar to be presented with Liberian leaders, and that will be presented at the Liberian embassy. But I'm going to go at the embassy to mobilize Liberians and also the French people to tell them thank you for what they have done for George Weah. We are saying the French people, thank you for making George Weah. I, Abraham Football, we made George Weah. Politics is one thing. I heard George Weah feet to the fire. It does not mean I hate George Weah. I want George Weah to do the right thing. If George Weah don't do the right thing, I will also bring his feet to the fire. This is what
Mr. Football, as you are well known in the Liberian football society, in the Liberian community. Today, the President George Weah will be meeting his counterpart, President of France, Emmanuel Macron. If you were to meet the president before meeting his counterpart, as a concerned Liberian, as leader of Liberian organizations in Europe, what are some of the pieces of advice that you will be telling him in terms of perhaps a president going to meet his friends, and he will say, "Oh, please, can you help us, help me, help my government in this way"? What would be one or two things that you would be projecting to say, "Can you ask for this or ask for that"?
Firstly, my Liberians have been humiliated in France. We are the first independent country in Africa. Liberians are not, I feel very surprised to see Liberians being humiliated. Our country should be recognized like countries like Holland that have all the resources. That's why I came up with this calendar. You see the calendar. People that suppress Liberia, people like Charles D.B. King, Charles Dumbo Borges King, that was born in Sierra Leone and signed a contract with Firestone for 99 years. Which was, these are all enslavement of Liberians' sovereignty. So I'm saying to you, President George Weah meeting the French president, he should put Liberia first, and I know that what he will do, I don't doubt his ability in doing that. I don't doubt his credibility. President George Weah loved the country, but those con artists around George Weah, we have to get these con artists away, because if we don't do that, Liberia will go down into grave.
All right, Mr. Chair, with all due respect, thank you so much for your time. Let's hope, hopefully, please, we might be able to bump into you later on before the end of the president visit here to talk to you once again. But thank you so much for your time.
You are most welcome, because I just came from my hotel, and I'm just before the hotel, and there's our car, and we have other cars here. I think you can see another car park here. So we are now moving to the embassy, and I hope you'll meet me at the embassy. I will talk further.
Thank you.